you a very happy Children's Day, which goes on to show that a Children's Day should be every day. Why do we celebrate only one day as the Happy Children's Day? I think while we keep the child in you always alive, the child within you, wishing you Happy Children's Day for all of you who happen to be continue to being a child within you. It is also for all the children who deserve to be getting that Happy Children's Day. In other words, children, the best creation of God, are the ones who spread joy in every season. They don't look at December and January. They don't look at red and white. They also don't look at whether it's summer or winter. They just spread joy in every season. That means they come with so much of creativity, so much of mirth, so much of goodwill that they don't have to do anything more than help us out by understanding what is best. In other words, every child is a different kind of a flower. And every flower, therefore, makes it a world, a beautiful garden that we probably know of. Their creativity should never die. In other words, Happy Children's Day should be to celebrate the creativity of all children who happen to be a part of life, who make us feel comfortable around it. Doesn't every child dream about climbing the mountain he sees? Doesn't every child want to flow in the stream that he actually gets into? Every child wants to follow a rainbow from the beginning till the end. And therefore, every child wants to follow his dream and find his dream to be completely clear. Happy Children's Day to all these children whom we probably nurture and take them forward. So friends, are we doing enough? The kind of gifts that we should give to our children should be long and lasting. I think there are only two kinds of gifts that we can give to children. One is the roots or the foundations. The foundations on they will build their castles in the air, the true castles that they would actually take it towards future. The second gift that we can give them are the wings. The wings or the direction we can only give them by the kind of training, by the kind of hand-holding, the kind of truth of the training and the teaching that we do. Children therefore deserve these two gifts of roots and wings, the foundation and the delivery of the direction that we need to give. Friends, are we doing enough for children? There are times we may be missing it out in the busy schedules that we go through and the churning of our own primary life. Children deserve more than what we do. And therefore, Happy Children's Day should be every day where we would look at children who possibly have diseases, who possibly don't get the right direction and direction that they deserve. They are needy. They are needy not because they have diseases, they're needy because the awareness they were missing. There could be apathy, there could be shame, there could be diseases which our colleagues in medical fraternity deal with, the children who go through every day. For them, it doesn't become a Happy Children's Day ever or every day. In other words, they are the needy, and for them, the motto stands: a stitch in time saves nine. For them, a stitch in time saves nine only if they are aware of what is happening or the parents are aware of what is happening in diseases. Many childhood diseases come congenital, many come probably with age, many are like progressing towards bigger and bigger diseases or are challengedly treated, but would go into adolescence and adulthood too. So it's time today on a Happy Children's Day 2021 to look at giving them back their childhood. We need to work hard to give them back their childhood, their self-esteem, which is towards their growth and the right growth that you have decided to give them through the roots and through the foundation, beyond it with the direction. Therefore, needy getting the right direction is possibly the aim today and will always be the aim. As a doctor, today, me and all my colleague doctors in the world would looking at this burden of diseases which children go through. And diseases burden actually could be in each subject. The true jigsaw puzzle would be that we need to identify ourselves and look at what we can do for each of them. Because taking them to a logical conclusion will be the truth of the moment. If I can give you a kind of example in urology and urinary health in children, it undergoes a kind of neglect which happens only by the kind of the life we lead in society. For example, let's look at three different children. One child never went to school. And this child possibly could be between 8 to 12 years. This is a true story of a child who has got a spinal disease called meningomyelocele or has got a cerebral palsy. Diseases which are neurological, which are spinal, or which are from brain, but they have got ramifications or echoes far away into urinary health. The urinary bladder, therefore, has got sensation mechanisms different from a very comfortable urinary sensation which others have. As a result of which, they continue to leak urine all the time, live in diapers, and are totally incontinent. Children with spinal diseases, born with spinal diseases, progress to a point in time where they are probably mobile and active, but they cannot control urine and live on diapers, may sadly never go to school. Their parents may not be in a position to put these children to school. And these kind of children continue to suffer in urology. The next could be a child who's scared to go to school. We have got this kind of children, which is a huge burden But children don't go to school or probably would very scared to go to school because they are leaking urine in the daytime. What kind of leak is that? Overactive bladder? Yes. Overactive bladder does not only happen in adults or adolescents or in geriatric age group. Overactive bladder, or the bladder being overtly active and trying to contract at odd times without knowledge, without permission of reaching the washroom, is something called overactive bladder. A child could have increased frequency of urination. A child could have an urgency, doesn't know when the bladder would contract and would leak urine. Child could have actually a leakage of urine or urge incontinence. And if any of these happens, which is the true definition or a composite word, overactive bladder, child could actually leak urine. Such child could be scared to go to school, would drink less water, would actually stay dehydrated, would develop urinary infections, would actually be an underperformer because he's always thinking and anxious about possibly something going wrong in his body. Such child is scared to go to school. Let's look at the third child. The third child is completely different. She dropped school, and that is sad. In the prime of training and teaching, which could be anything between 6 to 15 years, if she dropped school because she was totally incontinent, gross overactive bladder, or she was bedwetting at night and would probably be getting up multiple times at night, bedwet twice, not able to get up, getting rebuked at home, probably getting ashamed of what is happening with her, and she would just have the morale and probably the motivation to continue school around. So look at children who can't go to school, who can't get the direction and the foundation that you wanted to do for them. So a childhood dream towards getting them the right direction would be missed out in these kind of children in urology. While as a urologist, me and my colleagues in the Department of Urology at the Kokilabenhospitalmumbai Hospital and second floor look at always enriching every child in his kidney health, every child in his urinary health, and giving them the right direction, and then take the baton from childhood towards adolescents and adults. We don't want to miss out on urological health just because awareness has been missing. Today on Happy Children's Day, it is also an important awareness day for all parents to wake up to a phenomena where children could be going through issues. Children could be going through issues in urinary health, and it behoves upon you and me as responsible citizens to look at truly bringing about Happy Children's Day every day of their life. Friends, the age at which children present with various urological diseases, the presentation that they come with, not with gifts, but sadly with diseases. The need that they have could be different at different points in time. And the expectation that parents have and they have when they see a specialist urologist is truly a challenge and a dream that is unmet. An unmet need in society where children continue to bedwet. So for children who are between 6 to 15 years and they're bedwetting every night, once or twice, or bedwetting multiple times at night, may not be the right way to let them go. We know that few of these children may turn drier and drier with every year, but not everybody. 2 to 15% children may still continue to be wet even in the adolescence and adulthood. So isn't it time for us to look at bedwetting or enuresis as an important aspect on a childhood's happiness? A child gets up or gets rebuked because he or she is bedwetting while she has to go to school, gets up wet, and probably doesn't gets the scolding, not gets the alarm therapy, not gets the right medication. It's possibly a loss. At the Kokilabenhospitalmumbai Hospital, when we look at Department of Urology celebrating it every day by making awareness on the subject of nocturia or getting up multiple times at night in all age group, we're also looking at bedwetting clinic, which we have called the Enuresis clinic in the Department of Urology, which is completely a walk-in clinic. You with your child could actually come in to see one of us as urologists who look at your childhood dreams to be probably made dry. In other words, you have got good nights and dry mornings and dry nights is what we aim for. We aim for this child truly from a challenge and a dream to get the right direction, the direction that we aimed as a second gift after giving them a foundation to make the right castles that they want. Friends, treatment delayed is truly a childhood loss. There is no way we could probably postpone this childhood into a difficulty of diseases around. So while we wish you Happy Children's Day today and forever, we look at the child within you gaining the strength to be continued to be full of vigor and mirth. You also look at all children in your family doing well in all their other aspects of life. We wish that there is no disease which could be not defeated by the medical fraternity. We look at urological diseases, the kidney diseases, the diseases of the urinary tract. We know children are born with congenital diseases like epispadias and hypospadias and extrophy of the bladder, where they're continuously leaking since the day they're born. They're born with ambiguous genitalia, where parents don't understand what kind of a gender that the child is born in. We are born with a stability. We do a toilet training, and at times we continue to leak beyond our help, beyond our attempts to probably get them sorted. Is it a time to look at all these children who are needy? So on a Happy Children's Day 2021, it's time to wake up to this phenomena where we would like to celebrate them with all needy children. Salute to all parents and salute to all clinicians who continue striving hard on these days to make every day of the year a Happy Children's Day. Thank you so much. We look forward to getting this problem of children continue to get better and better with passing time. Thank you.